some sort? All she knew was that it had knocked her out, and she remembered nothing after that. Where am I? She asked herself once again, even though she knew she wouldn't receive an answer. Fear was starting to grow as she felt underneath herself in the darkness and touched the ground she was on, then continued out to the sides where her hands hit something. She patted it and felt the bars, let her fingers run up and down, then sideways across them to see if she could reach the end. She did. It was no longer than arm's length. She tried to reach out her legs, but she couldn't. The cage was too small. That was when panic erupted. I'm trapped. Oh, dear God, I'm trapped. Help! The sound of her own voice came back as an echo, but the place remained quiet. It was only when she touched the bars, and especially when she kicked them, that she broke the eerie quietness, and of course, when she screamed for help. Stacy cried and yelled. She kicked the cage till she had no more energy left. Someone, please, help! But there was nothing but that constant, terrifying silence. It was soon broken once again by the sound of Stacy sobbing. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. I should never have run away. I should never have left. Many times while growing up, Stacy remembered telling her mother she was sorry and receiving her forgiveness, but she knew in her heart that this time it wasn't going to do her any good. She had messed up, and now she was paying the terrible price. She must be devastated, Stacy thought. Her mother had to be completely broken over losing her daughter like this. Maybe she was even still hoping that she would come home. Maybe she's sitting by the window, tears in her eyes, looking out at the road, jumping every time someone passes by, thinking, hoping and praying it's you. What have I done? Stacy mumbled, crying. She covered her face. What on earth have I done? Everything you do has consequences, her mother used to tell her over and over again. Stacy knew she was right, and still, she hadn't listened. She had never listened when her mother had spoken, never thought it would be important to her, never believed it was relevant to her life. But now she would give anything to be able to hear her mother's voice again, even to be scolded by her, to be yelled at and told how irresponsible she had been. I will always listen from now on, God. I will listen to every word she ever tells me and never mess up again. If only you'll help me get out of here. I promise I will. I promise. God, please, just help me get home. Chapter 3. At first, she was certain God had heard her prayer. Just as she had given up all hope, she saw the light. It was bright and hurt her eyes after many hours spent in the darkness. As her eyes slowly got used to it, she realized it was coming from a door, a big door that was being opened in front of her, letting all of that wonderful light inside. God? She asked as she saw a figure in the light moving towards her. She blinked her eyes to be better able to see as it approached her, moving like it had all the time in the world. Stacy grabbed the bars and shook them. Help! Please help me! As the figure approached and Stacy felt that treacherous sensation of hope rise inside of her, she could see more and more of the face of the person walking toward her. Her heart was pounding in her chest as she thought about going home to her mother and how she was going to hug her and kiss her and tell her she loved her and that she would always, always listen to what she said and never disobey her again. Stacy chuckled in excitement and held the bars as the figure approached her, holding a set of keys she could only assume had to be for the cage. Please, help me, she said. But the words got stuck in her throat when she realized she knew the face that was coming closer. She knew those eyes and that grinning mouth, and most of all, she knew those awful teeth. You? She asked, hope draining quickly from her heart. The strange boy smirked. Yes, me. Missed me? What do you want from me? Why are you keeping me here? She asked. He didn't answer. He stared at her, observing her like she was an animal at the zoo. Let me out, she said and hit the bars. I want to go home. The young boy fiddled with the lock and put the key inside it. Stacy watched him while holding her breath.